why I am a mid-tier black man. Now, this video is about literally why a black man is dumb, why a black man always has to be in denial, but why a black man is one of the most adaptive species and one of the most comprehensible and conscious, creatures on this planet. So it started off with Duck Dodgers, run nigga run. What happened is I had a friend named Andre Stallings, and what he did was he showed me this thing called YouTube Poop. And my original name back on my channel when I had over 100 subs was back when YouTube first came out was Hanwoo Kim. So I gave Hanwoo Kim to Andre when he didn't have his own email, and I kept on making YouTube poops, and I was one of the best at them. I would do things like take animes like Blue Dragon, the part where they were staring part. Literally, I would put Star Wars in the background, and it was pretty funny. So the Run Nigga Run came with the Duck Dodgers episode where I came to visit my Uncle Greg in Chicago. Literally, and so Uncle Greg had a girlfriend over it, and she offered an energy drink called Fuse. And so as the weekend kept going on, literally I asked if I can have another Fuse, and then Uncle Greg comes and he says there are other drinks. And then later along the line, there was a girl named Kimmy. And Kimmy is a girl who I asked out every single day, on top of cockblocking her from a guy named Henry. And Henry had dreads. Henry knew how to dance, literally. Henry had Blue Jordans. But then I eventually, invited Henry to my party. He said it was the most crack-a-lackin' thing of all time. And if you go back to the original source, the original replay, Kimmy said yes in the beginning. Literally got a call from her father. Had me contemplating for a week after she said yes to the dance, and then literally had my mom call. Literally got confirmation that she had a boyfriend, and then literally had my older brother call me blind. So this is literally the mid-tier of how the black genetic actually think. This isn't black where it comes to being an athlete, this is black where it comes to a lawyer. I know literally you have to be a lot up front, literally you have to have a suit and tie and have a six-pack behind it. And then eventually, I recognized that, Kimmy wasn't all that, and then literally I came with, real good educated, examples that, the party was better than Kimmy, Henry's a cool guy, and Henry recognized that I was a cool guy after our party. Now, Kimmy became, a hoe on the street, but, she became my hoe. And, if you go, originally back, over time, literally her bra was sticking out, and then literally what happened was I became a famous rapper on the radio. I became Lil Ray on the radio, and she tagged along with the others. So, literally, Kimmy became the Lil Kim of this generation, and there's two sides of Kimmy. There's Kimmy, and then there's, her friend named Carmina. Now, Carmina is the reason why I'm a rapper. So the story of Carmina goes like this. Carmina was Kimmy's best friend, and after literally 8th grade, went down and out, I dominated them as a freshman, literally, and this is a running gag I have all throughout, after 8th grade in real life, where it comes to like girls like, Karen, Victoria, whenever they're in town, and literally as soon as I see them, they'll be driving or wherever, they'll give me a shot. So it happens like this. I end up going to Taco Bell, on my normal hunts, I'm listening to my music, contemplating on my, own series, and then literally I see Carmina. I'm like, hey, what's up, Carmina? When she worked at the cashier, and then Carmina became one of my best hoes, one of the best symbolized, symbolisms on why I'm a rapper. Literally, and the same reason why I listen to rappers like Joel Santana. And the same thing happens with, Deja. Deja was working at Denny's, literally, and Deja really rejected me in the beginning. And then I see her at Denny's, I'm like, hey, what's up, Deja? So all this shit piles up over time, and then they become, superwoman with double D's, and that's how you truly grow up. That's how you truly mature as a man, literally. And if you call it the beginning, you're really, really, really more of a child and simpleton than you think. You're more of a monkey, than anything else, because what they're doing is they're denying obvious, sex appeal. Obviously, green eyes, obviously, and obviously, ignore, things that are extraordinary. So what ended up happening over time is I ended up becoming, a pimp. And how a black man thinks is very adjacently with adjacent delivery. So as I grew up, as I got into, boxing and composure, that's when literally, martial arts, and this is when your auntie, excels in, any, deep, auntie that's named, Denise or anything, knows more of a martial arts, but knows why composure is better, and those are two different sides of society. So what happened? Literally, when I got in the hood, literally, I ended up being, one of your best aunties because I knew both already. I have a best friend named Wilson, and people were saying what's up to me on the street. I'm like, hey man, I'm just chilling back, gathering people from my floor in high school. And another reason why I'm a black man is because I'm content. I'm really good with purple, but I get purple from movies, so I sit back and contemplate literally how this guy or this girl played this guy in the movie, just like my friends played each other, how I used to get, played by girls, but how they came, running back to me, and how girls are full of shit, and, that's the end of society. So what ended up happening was I ended up, having a greater disability, but ended up, still being gangster at the same time. Literally, like, that's when I was involved in concept, like, making music like Keisha Cole, like last night I was watching shit like Totally Spies. So that's the end of a mid-tier black man. Literally, you want to fuck around, you want to try too hard in high school, you don't recognize your right in some area with your mom, literally listen to music like fucking Holland B, I'm back J Styling, literally fucking understand all that shit going on, literally but still have a trifling aspect, and then when you get it, it's worth it because you're a piece of shit, you're obsessed with purple. And then you recognize you have to be at, some Bruce Lee shit to survive. So you fucking learn martial arts and compose at the same time. Literally learn how to box. Learn how to rock a nigga so you're not insecure. You have a couple of children. And then guess what ends up happening when you recognize the way you appeal to your mom and most people, majority of black people, is you make music like Patti LaBelle, and that music comes with concept. And what happens when you get busted for your friends for a very last time by getting away with music on the radio and using concept? Literally, it's back to disability again. So it goes, a nerd, banging, and then back to disability. But it's disability will cause an effect. But you don't give a fuck, and that's the family moral. Literally, fucking, you want to get some real fucking money, it all ends in fucking disability. But yeah, whether you're, content, secure or not, literally is what determines, literally, if you're a mid-tier black man. I'm living like, sugar mama right now, but that's all because, people won't let me live because of what I've done and how, I've played the radio, and, that master plan is the motherfucking jam. So this is Mood Chicks, and this is, how it feels to be a mid-tier black man.